So there are certain YouTube settings that if you turn on will absolutely crush your video's chances of success. And there are also certain settings that if you turn off in the wrong cases will also absolutely crush your video's chances of success. And I do see a lot of newbie YouTubers making these mistakes. And these are the same mistakes that veteran YouTubers like myself who have well over 1 million subscribers don't make. And especially with all the new settings that YouTube has been rolling out lately, I know that this can get very, very confusing. So I thought that I would make an update video going over the most important ones. And this video is going to be very quick. So I'm basically going to be showing you the screen and showing you which settings you should turn on and off and talking about what you need to do immediately after uploading your video. I'll also be talking about which settings don't really matter. So you should basically just ignore them or just do the bare minimum. And by the way, this live training is a one-time event only happening this week. We're also giving away a one-time this AI that we have been working on very hard. And I spent 80 hours the last few weeks working on this AI, tweaking it and improving it. We're only giving away this one time, so check it out. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below, show up to the event, and you get the AI completely free. Additionally, at this event, we're gonna tell you what to do, what not to do, make an easy step-by-step plan for exactly what you need to do, and then at the end, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A for as long as necessary to answer every single question you have. So check it out, click that link in the description, the pinned comment below, and I look forward to seeing you there on Zoom. And if you appreciate me doing this type of video, let me know by gently tapping that like button, and let's jump into it right now. All right, first of all, let's go over all the things that should be turned off in almost all cases. 1, player for education. 2, altered content. 3, automatic chapters. And almost any of the educational questions that YouTube seems to be asking, like, is this made for high school or college or anything like that? Just leave that blank or turn it off. Made for kids, turn it off as well. For 99% of channels, that should not apply. Now let's talk about the things that you should almost always turn on. Monetization, always turn it on no matter what. Additionally, you should probably turn all of the different monetization options on as well. In-screen, make sure you have an in-screen video that you send the audience to. And also make sure you have a call to action at the end of your video for them to go there. Private or unlisted, make sure that you enable this for 24 to 48 hours to give YouTube the proper time to scan the video and make sure that it is basically something that YouTube likes, because there's way too much AI slop content and YouTube is overwhelmed. The exception to that, by the way, would be if you have a news channel, of course, where you need to upload stuff fast. Obviously, you wouldn't upload it in that case. Allow video and audio remixing, turn it on. Allow embedding, turn it on.
It's free real estate.
Why wouldn't you turn it on? Language captions and certification, turn it on to English. Paid promotion, turn it on, but only if you actually have a sponsorship or brand deal. In any other case, turn it off. Okay, now we talked about all the yes or no type settings, like you either have it on or off. Now let's talk about some of the other stuff. So, playlists. Playlists are super, super helpful. We always put our videos in multiple different playlists, but one thing you really want to understand is the playlist they get put in, we only put videos in there that we think they would be interested in watching if they watch the current video, right? So on my channel, we cover a lot of different topics. Sometimes I'll talk about certifications, for instance. I am not going to put a certification video into a YouTube video playlist. That doesn't make any sense because certifications have nothing to do with YouTube, right? So I put it into playlists where the people who watch that video would likely want to watch the other videos. That can help you tremendously. Additionally, at the end, when I do an end screen, I like to send it to a video that's already embedded inside of a playlist as well. So not only will the person watch the video, but on top of that, they will be suggested or they may watch the other videos within the playlist too. So playlists can be very powerful on YouTube and it can get you a lot of views. Additionally, and this is a pro tip, even if you record your video in 1080p or whatever you're recording your video in, you can upload your video as 4K. You can also render your video in your editing software as 4K as well. And that makes it look a little bit better. So I highly recommend that you render your video in 4K if you can, and then you also upload it in 4K so that it shows up like this when you upload it. SD, HD, and 4K. This will make it much more likely that YouTube recommends your videos to people that are watching on TV because big TVs are gonna look better in 4K. And more people are watching YouTube on TV now than even on phone. So make sure your video looks good on TV and it also looks good on phone. Additionally, one thing you should always be doing is whenever you do a call to action, you should have a QR code pop up so that people that are watching on TV can scan the QR code and check out whatever you're promoting, even if they're watching on TV. Because it's really hard for them to click the link in the description on their TV. So make sure it's easy for them to scan the QR code. And then when it comes to your comments, you want to basically allow everyone to comment, but there should be basic moderation, right? So comments are on, who can comment? Anyone. Sort by top, and basic moderation. The reason you want to turn basic moderation on is so that scammers and spammers don't end up in your comments section and scam and spam your audience. However, you want everyone to be able to comment, and you don't want the moderation to be too strict because there's a good chance that a lot of people will not be able to comment, and therefore that will reduce the engagement. It'll also just reduce the fun as well on your video. So unless you're super sensitive to criticism or something like that, I would keep the moderation as basic. Additionally, when you upload your video, you should immediately put a pinned comment, and whatever your call to action was in the video, your verbal call to action and your visual call to action, you should put that in the pinned comment. So if you want somebody to go check out something, you should be putting that in the pinned comment. For instance, my live training, which is happening this week. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below.
All right, quick break right now. Sitting here with my brother Zach. He had never made a single YouTube video before in his life, and he made $214 in a single day on YouTube. And I just wanted to let you know that this week on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we are hosting a free one-time live workshop. So one thing that people struggle with the most is finding their niche, and that is why we actually created an AI called the niche validator that's going to help you find your niche or help you dial in your niche if you already have one. And we're going to be giving away this niche validator this week at a live workshop, and it's called the YouTube Content Advantage for Making Money in 2026. If you're struggling to find your niche, or you don't want to commit months or even years to a niche that ends up not being profitable, then this is for you. So click the link in the description and the pinned comment below, and once you register, hit add to calendar so it shows up on your Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar. And if for whatever reason you're watching this in the future, still check the link in the description and the pinned comment below, because we may be doing another live workshop in the future, and it'll tell you when. Now, you'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you, and you'll also get an update on how this guy is doing on YouTube as well. So see you this week, and back to your regularly scheduled programming.
So you want to immediately comment right when the video goes live. You want to pin that comment, and then you want to put at the top of your description and in your pinned comment section whatever your call to action was. So I'll be talking about the live training here, and then additionally, for a very rare amount of you, probably less than 1% of you, you might be interested in one-on-one coaching from myself or my team. If that's you, I'll also put that down in the description and the pinned comment below. And if it's not there, it'll be in the about section. It's not for everyone. It's only for people who are very serious about growing and making money on YouTube, and it's quite expensive. So only apply if you're aware of that. Right, so I'll probably put that down below too. But it's very important that you put that because most people don't actually see the description, but almost everyone sees the comment section. And these are some settings that should either be on or off depending on what your needs are. That can absolutely boost your chances of having a video take off and absolutely boost your chances of having your channel take off as well. But to be completely honest, this is just the beginning, just the tip of the iceberg, and there's lots of other stuff that's way more important. You're basically just making sure that your handbrake isn't on when you're trying to drive your car. You still got to do a lot of other stuff to drive the car. And that's what I'm going to be covering in the live training. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. And that's also what we help people with one-on-one, just like this client right here. You can check out the video by clicking here.